Hello, my name is Philip Truscott. I want to talk to you about my book, Filipino Futures. The book contains 5 political programs looked at from different viewpoints that represent 5 different types of political party. The viewpoints are ecologism, socialism, liberalism, Christian democracy, and nationalism. Around the world, the ecologist's viewpoint is represented by an international family of political parties called the Global Greens. In Filipino Futures, these ideas follow the biography of an economist called E. F. Schumacher, who wrote the book Small is Beautiful: Economics as if People Mattered. When North America's first Green Party was formed in Eastern Canada, it was originally called the Small Party, due to the inspiration of Small is Beautiful. E. F. Schumacher supported the idea of local production for local use, and the idea of intermediate technology, which would get people working in the villages where they live, rather than moving them to big cities and big factories. The socialists have a global alliance of political parties called the Socialist International. In my book, their ideas follow the biography of an historian called Richard Tawney. His 2 books, The Acquisitive Society and Equality, were a huge inspiration to British socialists. He helped to inspire the concept of the United Kingdom's National Health Service, which its supporters claim is the envy of the world. Filipino Futures takes an in-depth look at how a national health service for the Philippines could be created. The global club of liberal parties is called the Liberal International, which was created in Oxford just after World War II. In Filipino Futures, their views are illustrated by the writings of John Rawls, an American philosopher who is concerned to find the best balance between economic freedom and social freedom, the freedom from poverty, ignorance, and disease. John Rawls was actually in the Philippines at one of the most significant moments in its history. He joined the group of American soldiers who escorted General Yamashita to the Allied lines to sign the formal surrender of Japanese forces in the year 1945. If you look at the world group called the Centrist Democrat International, they use a common nickname to describe themselves: Christian Democrat. The Christian Democrats tend to favor the free market, but try to create cooperation between the 2 sides of industry, labor and management. In my book, these ideas are represented by the ideas of the French writer Jacques Maritain. He was part of the committee that drew up the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights in the 1940s. Maritain believed that the power of states should be divided and distributed among different bodies and levels of government, and should be as close as possible to the people. The idea of subsidiarity. The 5th group is called the International Democrat Union, which includes the USA's Republican Party and the UK's Conservative Party. Filipino Futures gives them the name nationalist because this is one of the most common descriptions they choose for themselves, but they go by many different labels. This chapter represents the views of an Austrian economist called Friedrich von Hayek. He would have preferred to have been called a libertarian because he wanted laws to give people the maximum personal liberty. As his biographer put it, he wanted to create a society that would have spontaneous order, a place that would have order without anybody giving the orders. Well, there you have the concept of the book. 5 great world thinkers, 5 opposing viewpoints, 5 different Filipino futures.